Hello and welcome to this short version of Canadian Lake whiskey. Premium Canadian whiskey. Canadian Lake, introduced in 1992, has the same exact label as Canadian Leaf, which was introduced in 1961. Bought this at Total Wine & More. It's like $15.99. Don't really see it around too much. I have seen it at other places, but it's not common. I see Canadian Leaf more commonly, and I don't see that commonly. So I did a long video, and it was just because I was like thinking about all the Canadian whiskeys around here that are so common and seem to be regular sellers that are always on the shelves, people always buy. And so you can watch that video and get an idea of what I'm talking about on that. This one, even if you get the 750 milliliter bottle, it's plastic. So yeah, it's really low end. It's got a lion with a crown and a maple leaf, like the Dominion of Canada, King Charles III, King of Canada, and all that. But probably distilled at Sazerac's Montreal Canadian Distillery. Canadian whiskey is a big presence in Louisiana, with Crown Royal being the #1 selling whiskey of any type in Louisiana, of any type. So that's definitely a major impact, obviously. And many others, which if you look at the long video, you'll see me talking about those going on and on. But I just kept thinking about it, it's just like thinking about it. So this one is pale. Yeah, you see, pale amber. It says it has natural flavors added, which doesn't mean much because Canadian whiskey is allowed to have natural flavoring added, and they don't even have to comment on that with the labeling. So they're just giving you a benefit of letting you know they're adding flavoring. But they don't say anything about coloring added. So I'm assuming, knowing Sazerac, the parent company, they have the Sazerac Buffalo Trace phone number on the label, that they're not adding coloring. There's a little bit of almond extract, which I don't know if they're using almonds, but mostly it's just a mixture of grains, like a multi-grain whiskey. Corn, rye, malted barley. Nothing special, but certainly nothing bad. That's the thing about this, is nothing off-putting, bad, offensive, or otherwise repellent about it. It's just, actually, it's kind of enjoyable. All right, taste. Their sweetness is not overly sweet. It's a light to medium body, so mostly dry finish. It's easygoing, mild, mellow, easy. Like I said, easygoing. I wouldn't give it as a wedding gift, but because it's in the plastic bottle, But and then you worry about how people are going to perceive it. But honestly, it's really no worse than the other ones you see at Walmart or at other local liquor stores, meaning in Louisiana, supermarkets, as we don't really have liquor stores here, since any grocery store or gas station can sell liquor. Would I go searching for it? No, and I did not go searching for it. I just was in Total Wine because I stop in there about once a month, every other month. It's probably 12 months in a year. I probably go there 10 months out of the year, maybe 11. And it was on the shelf, $15.99. I said, I'll buy it. Big jug bottle. You say, well, Canadian Mist, Canadian Club, Rich and Rare, Canadian Limited, same old stuff. It's probably just like that. It's just like that. And they're all the same price, so take your pick. I would say take your pick. So if you're buying Canadian whiskey, and I know people, one man died, sadly, in his 70s, but he would say, I want a Canadian blended. He would say, whatever Canadian blended whiskey they have back there. I like the Canadian blends. Give me that and a Sprite. Okay, so I'll get it for him. And at Bingo. And so there's definitely a market for these. You can laugh it off, say, nah, nobody drinks it. Okay, all right, nobody drinks it. That's why every store's got it fully stocked, because nobody drinks it. And don't forget Canadian Hunter. It's in the mix. It's good. I'll give it a B, 8.4. Good. It's a B. It's good. Exceptional? Obviously not. A rundown? Only a madman would do that. But just something to pull off the shelf and mix, or, like I'm doing, neat at room temperature, watching television, not thinking too much about it. Oh yeah, I mean, is it up to the Crown Royal level? No. I don't think so. I think Crown Royal would probably score, it's been years since I reviewed that one, but I think that would score in the 90s. But you get a handle of Crown Royal, it's going to be in a good glass bottle. Looks good. Should be that. It's going to run you about $44.99 to $46.99. Fair price. Like I said, this one $15.99. I don't think the price has changed. But if you say, well, I'm a little strapped for money, tell you the truth, not really doing that well this month financially, and I would like to have some Canadian whiskey, but Crown Royal is a little pricey for my what I'm looking to do. Could this be a good substitute? It would be a pretty good substitute. Obviously, it wouldn't be up to that level, but in a pinch, yeah. So, yeah, but on its own, like, let's say, forget all that other stuff, like, could you substitute it, or just on its own merits, it does score 8.4. It is good. Very good. I don't know about that, but it's good. So, I guess Sazerac Company, the Sazerac Company, Buffalo Trace, Sazerac, Canada, they have a certain level of quality that they don't drop below. So, yeah, I'm glad I tried it. I wouldn't make a big production out of it, but you say, yeah, but if you watch your long video, you made a bit. But I was just, yeah, but I mean, in that video, I was just talking about other Canadian whiskeys and trying to, like, think about how it is a presence here, and that we're on the Gulf Coast, so far away from Canada, but it's such a big thing here. It's kind of funny. But anyway, so, and I think in the Caribbean islands, Canadian whiskey is pretty big, which is even further removed, so that's interesting. But anyway, so Les Isles Bon Temps Relais, a good product, and I'm going to end this review by saying y'all go to Sazerac, Canada, and I believe that's in Montreal, and take a distillery tour.